In this segment, we would be seeing how to use Venn diagram to learn answers. Venn diagram is a simple mathematical concept, but in study skills we use Venn diagram to learn answers in which we have to compare or contrast two events, two objects or two things, or for answers in which we have to write the similarity or difference between two processes, two events or two personalities. Let us see what is a Venn diagram first. Venn diagram has two circles intersecting each other. In math, you might even have three circles intersecting each other, but for study skills, for convenience sake, we use only two circles. So, let us name the circles A and B. So, I am going to compare circle A and circle B. This is just for an example. So, the area here belongs exclusively to A and the area here belongs exclusively to B. Now, whatever characteristics or properties is very specific to A, I am going to write it down here. And whatever characteristic, properties or features very specific to B, I am just going to fill it up here. And whatever properties or features is common to both A and B, I am going to write it here. This is the basic rule of a Venn diagram. Now, we will see how to color code the Venn diagram, which is what needs to be done for each and every answer. Now, let me choose one color for A. So, if I am going to color code it, I will ask my child to color it fully. Please note that I am drawing lines even in the common part because that area also belongs to A. Now, I choose a different color, say green, and then I draw lines. Again, green has to come inside the common part as well. When I ask my child to visualize, he would visualize red color as being properties only related to A, the green color as properties only relating to the object B, and the center portion which has red and green to be common properties belonging to both A and B. Now, let us see how to do a Venn diagram using a very simple paragraph. This is a very simple paragraph that compares two brothers Ram and Raj. Ask the child to identify properties or characteristics that is specific to Ram. Use a color. Ask the child to identify the properties belonging to Raj and identify the properties that is belonging to both. Okay. For your reference, we have used colors to identify each and every property separately. Now, let us see how we can translate this para into a Venn diagram. So, I am going to draw two circles. So, one circle I mark it as Ram and the other circle I mark it as Raj. So, the first sentence says Ram and his brother Raj are both tall. So, the both tall means it is a common characteristics of both Ram and Raj. So, I am just going to say tall in the intersecting portion. So, they are both tall. So, it is a common characteristic of both Ram and Raj. So, I am going to put tall in the intersecting area. But Ram is lean and Raj is fat. So, Ram is lean goes here. That means it is very specific to Ram, and Raj is fat goes into the area belonging to Raj. Both of them go to the same school. So, that is common to both. So, I am just going to write same school. Okay. Ram is studying in class 4 and Raj is in class 3. So, I put here class 4 and here class 3. Many people say that they both look alike. That is again a common characteristic to both Ram and Raj. So, I would put it in between. I can say look alike or they resemble each other. So, they look alike. So, the last line says Ram wears glasses but Raj does not. So, I can actually put it here or because it talks of appearance, I would take it up and combine it with lean, which also talks about the appearance of Ram and Raj. It's easier for the child to remember both the points together. So, I will write here wears glasses, does not wear glasses. Okay. So, this is how a Venn diagram is. Now, let us color code the Venn diagram. I am going to choose blue for things which are very, very specific to Ram. Please see that I am even coloring the portion which is in the intersecting part, because all the things belong to Ram. So, I am going to use pink denoting the features of Ram. So, wherever there is Raj, I am sorry, you will have to do the pink color. Okay. Now, when the child is made to visualize, he would see the blue color as things belonging only to Ram. Wherever he sees only pink, those are the characteristics of Raj, and wherever he can see blue and pink, that makes a check. So, it belongs to both Ram and Raj. So, when you do learning with him, you will have to be very, very specific and say, if the question is about write the specific or unique features of Ram or write a short note on Ram, he has to write whatever is there in the part where you can see blue. So, wherever he can see blue, all those points need to come under write a note on Ram. Now, if it is write a note on Raj, wherever he sees the pink color has to come under write a note on Raj. So, that means all what is in the intersecting portion should also come in the answer. Now, if the question is about differentiate Ram and Raj, he has to stick only to the part belonging to Ram and the part belonging to Raj. You can have a look at the completed Venn diagram which has been put up for your reference. This is a slightly bigger para which compares plants and animals. Let us see how to put this in the form of a Venn diagram. I am just going to verbalize the points that need to go into plants and the points that need to go into the area that belongs to animals and the common area in between. So, the first sentence is living organisms can be classified as plants and animals. So, living organisms is common to both plants and animals are both living organisms. So, the living organisms goes into the intersecting part. The next thing, they breathe in oxygen and exhale carbon dioxide. Now, the word they itself refers to both plants and animals, but please keep in mind we are only talking about the breathing process here and not the process of photosynthesis. So, whichever organism breathes, it is going to take in oxygen and give out carbon dioxide. So, that is going to go right in the intersecting portion. They need food to live. Again, both plants and animals need food. So, it is going to go in the intersecting portion, but there is a difference in the way that plants and animals prepare their food. So, the next line says they make their own food. So, plants, under plants I am going to write they make their own food, and by inference it means the animals do not prepare their own food. So, for the sake of consistency I am going to write animals do not make their own food. Now, the next line, using sunlight, carbon dioxide and the green pigment. So, needs food will go in the middle, they prepare their own food, do not prepare their own food, using carbon dioxide, sunlight and chlorophyll, which is the green pigment. Here they depend on other plants and animals. Okay. Now, the animals can move from one place to another in search of food, even though plants do not move from one place to another. Again, this is an inference. That means both of them show movement, but the difference is in the way they show movement. So, I would put shows movement in the center, and here I would say they do not move from place to place. This in the sense it's plants, and here they move from place to place. And if you read the whole para, you will come across what movement they show. So, the roots move towards the soil, the stem moves towards the sunlight. Here the animals move from place to place using limbs. So, shows movement would come in the intersecting portion. Here it does not move from place to place. Here in the sense for plants, for animals it moves from place to place. Here roots show movement towards the earth and stem show movement towards the sunlight. Here it moves from one place to another using limbs. The next thing is they have limbs, and plants have roots, stems and leaves. So, plants have roots, stems and leaves will go into the area very specific to plants, and animals, they have limbs, will go into the area very specific to animals. There is nothing to be written in the intersecting area. And the last thing is plants and animals reproduce. It is very easy. It is going to go right in the intersecting portion which says reproduce. So, this is how it has to be translated in a Venn diagram, and learning needs to be done, and please follow it up with writing. So, as we were just discussing, we can just put that paragraph in the form of a Venn diagram. So, the first thing we saw was plants and animals are both living organisms. So, it goes right into the intersecting area. Both breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. Again, this is common to both plants and animals. So, it is written in the common part. Both show movement, but there is a difference in the way they move. So, shows movement will go into the common part. But what is the difference? What is specific to plants will go to plants, what is specific about animals will go into the animal area. So, it shows movement, but the movement is not from place to place. Here it moves from one place to another. Here the movement is towards the earth and towards the sun. So, root moves towards the earth and stem moves towards the sun, whereas for animals it moves from one place to another with the help of limbs. Next is about food. Both require food. So, they need food will go right into the common area, but the way they require food or the way they prepare their food would be different. So, it makes its own food, that is plants make their own food, whereas animals do not make their own food. This is by inference. So, it makes their own food using carbon dioxide, sunlight and chlorophyll, which is the green pigment, but here it uses or it depends on other plants and animals for its food. Next we talk about the parts. It has roots, stems and leaves, and here it has limbs, but there is nothing in common, so I am not going to worry about it. And last, both of them reproduce, which is common and goes right into the common part. This is how a Venn diagram needs to be done. You will have to verbalize the Venn diagram and follow it up with writing.